Today, we're here to talk with Garrett Johnson, the head of M&A deal origination for Acquire.Fi. Garrett's got 15 years as a veteran in top-level sales and business development, along with founding two very profitable startup companies. He began working in crypto in 2016, specializes in matching top-tier investors with Web3 and blockchain opportunities. This should be a really great talk. Before we dive in and talk with Garrett, make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the Acquire.Fi team updates. Let's go see what Garrett's got to say. Hey, Garrett, thanks for taking the time to come in today, man. How's it going?
Hey, JC, what's up? Doing good. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm great. Just got in from a long weekend road trip, and so just trying to get back into the swing of things today. That's kind of how it goes. So a lot of the people watching this video are already going to be familiar with Acquire.Fi. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about who you are and Acquire.Fi in your own words, just to kind of bring everybody up to speed that might be catching this for the first time.
Right on. Hey, thanks. Yeah, my name is Garrett Johnson. I'm the head of M&A deal origination with Acquire.Fi. Been working to help kind of bring buyers and sellers into the marketplace. So my primary role is to go out and find buyers and sellers. That's a big reason that we're doing, calls like this on the networking side, is so we can help entice people to learn more about the platform. If you're interested in buying or selling crypto companies or assets, talk to me, and I help with that deal flow and those communications.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Acquire.Fi is going to be the very first marketplace and ecosystem for crypto M&A, intellectual properties on there. But before we dive into talking about the deal flow in there, how does one become a registered buyer or a seller on the platform?
Right. So the best way to do that, you can check out our website. All of the information is there for anybody that would potentially want to register as a buyer or seller. It's a pretty straightforward process. You'll work with me personally on those. We help with the onboarding. There's an entire due diligence process that we build into it. So essentially, if you're registering as a seller of a company, what we'll do is we'll take that through a due diligence process, so that way we prepare it for the marketplace. We vet some of those companies before we even list them. So if you're an interested buyer, potentially, you're getting to look at deals that have already had due diligence done on them. So we want to bring the best available companies for sale, and we want to make sure that the product that we're offering our buyer network is up to their standards.
Awesome. Can you go into a little bit more detail about that due diligence process and what that involves?
Yeah. So we have a legal advisor who helps with the registration on the company side, to just check out the basic registration for the company, look at P&Ls, profit and loss sheets, really just anything that you would want to prepare for a VC or an investor. We work with people in M&A experts, Ken Mack and some people on our team, that have a really good eye for what would be an attractive company for an acquisition. So with our own sort of internal team, we're able to perform these due diligence measures to bring a viable company to the marketplace, one that an investor can take a look at and realize the potential immediately. That's the idea behind, involving the team, the core team that we have, and relying on their expertise to pass these companies through the due diligence process.
Absolutely. And it's an incredible core team that's been built up for Acquire.Fi. I mean, the more I talk with you guys, the more impressed I am with everybody that we talk to, that everybody's in the right roles here, and that's extremely important in a project like this and in a company, that everyone's doing what they're here to do and doing a great job. So it's great that you guys are pre-vetting these deals before they're even listed on the site, and then allowing others to do their own due diligence along with that. But that little pre-due diligence is extremely important. How about, the types of companies that you guys are listing for sale? And then let's talk a little bit even about the exclusive deal flow channel.
Yeah. So right now we launched the marketplace. It's not even live yet. We've been doing a lot of private sort of internal listings of these. So what we'll do is we'll take companies that have registered with us. Right now we have over 40 companies that have registered, and this is just through our own sort of organic network and outreach that we've performed, we haven't even launched the marketplace yet. So in advance of the marketplace launch, we wanted to build out uh, a listings database, really. So right now we've got about 40 companies listed for sale. I think the total in revenue potential is $82 million across
Wow.
those 40 companies, ranging in deal size anywhere from $120,000 for full acquisition up to about $12 million
Wow.
for companies that we have listed currently. So what we'll do is we'll take this deal flow, and if you register as a potential buyer, one of the things we ask is what sort of ticket size are you interested in? So we want to really match your investment with the proper company. So part of that has to do with the deal size. We're still working out a way that we may even do fractional ownership of these companies for somebody that wants to invest but doesn't have, $12 million to do a full acquisition.
Yeah.
So I know members of our team have spoken at length about some of the investment pool opportunities, so I won't go too much into that. But if you just want to take a look at our deal flow, if you're out there, you're curious, you want to see what it is, register. Register as a buyer, put what deal flow size you're interested in, and we'll get you access to our exclusive deal flow channel. Right now it's a Telegram channel, but we do have some internal groups going for people that have expressed interest and have registered. So we're able to show you sort of exclusive deal flow that's not available currently to the public.
That's very cool. So, like, if you wanted to highlight one deal, what would you say about one deal right now that you guys have going that you want to talk about?
So I can't go into it because it's still a private listing, but we have a crypto exchange that originally listed for $1.6 million for a full acquisition.
Wow.
And they're highly motivated, and they have knocked $1 million off their asking price. So it's a $600,000 opportunity that has tremendous potential. So this has
Absolutely.
already got a lot of interest with our VC network. So we're kind of moving that deal a little further down the pipeline because, again, these sellers are very motivated. Crypto markets go up and down, and there's always action in M&A. So whether it's a bear or a bull market, there's always opportunity. And I think we're starting to see that.
Absolutely. And that's what I was going to say about that deal. It almost sounds like part of the reason for that price reduction could be the broader market as a whole. And so that turns into an absolute steal of a deal as the
Yep,
market starts to regain traction.
exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's the beauty of M&A, and we're not the first people to figure this out.
Right.
Traditional M&A investors, like, we're working with traditional Silicon Valley VCs, right? So we can act as a bridge for companies to safely enter the Web3 uh, investment space. So what we'll do is we'll work with these investors that are in traditional M&A. We'll introduce them to projects on the blockchain and Web3. We'll potentially show them the value of that company, um, you know, matching what they're comfortable with in terms of their overall kind of investment portfolio, and matching them to the sort of deal that we have in our deal flow has been kind of, I think, where we found our magic. Being
Yeah.
able to work within traditional investment VCs, and partnering with that sort of mentality with Web3 companies and what we're trying to do with the marketplace.
So that kind of drives me into my next question here, which, right now, a lot of the market analysts are saying that the majority of crypto M&A deals for 2022 are going to be done in more of a crypto to crypto format. What
Mhm.
are you guys seeing in that vein?
So, yeah, so the crypto to crypto format is one way to do it, but with the traditional investors, if they're not, you know, there are people that maybe confuse crypto companies with cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily deal with cryptocurrencies when it comes to making an acquisition. That's certainly an option if people wanted to execute the deal using ERC20 or whatever cryptocurrency they want. Fiat is another way that we can onboard. We can help facilitate the onboarding. Anybody that wants to invest traditional kind of fiat um, deals are something that we're accomplished at, and we're able to help facilitate that as well.
Very cool. And so, I mean, are you guys working with any traditional venture capital groups? You kind of mentioned that a minute ago, uh,
Hmm.
bringing some of those into the space as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Right now, we've partnered with a Silicon Valley venture capitalist firm. We've got another one in the Canadian that manages uh, portfolios for wealthy families in the area, and we've teamed up with these traditional M&A guys that are seriously interested in acquiring these startup crypto companies. They're maybe not, they don't see this deal flow within their traditional M&A sort of circles and their networks. So we're exposing them to a whole other opportunity in the blockchain and crypto space. And with our team, I think with our core team, with the networks that they've built out, the guys on our team are very well connected. And I think the success and the track record that they had over the years speaks volumes about the success rate. If a traditional M&A investor wanted to come, I think they'd be very comfortable working with the AcquireFi team, looking at the deal flows that we have, and then being able to acquire a profitable company is the end of the day is what we're trying to do.
Well, that's all anybody ever really wants to do. And so talking a little bit about that, about bringing in new investors to the platform and finding the people that want to buy these deals. I understand that AcquireFi has an investor referral program even, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we've been focused on building out referral partnerships. Right now, we've added 6, I think, over the last 30 days. So essentially what we're trying to do is to broaden the reach of the deal flow network and deliver that deal flow to the interested buyers and sellers on the network. So if you're a traditional broker and you're dealing with a company that may be in the blockchain, it may not be for the traditional investment group that they're used to talking to. So what they'll do is they'll refer that company or that investor to the AcquireFi team, and then we can kind of sync up the interested parties, and we help facilitate that sort of conversation. That's what the main takeaway is. The AcquireFi team is the M&A marketplace for crypto companies,
right?
And that's how we want to distinguish ourselves from traditional M&A firms out there. We want to be the ones that people are talking about for blockchain.
Yeah. And about how big is that referral partner program right now?
So right now we have I think 8 total registered referral partners right now.
But a lot of those have come in just recently, right?
Yeah, within the last 30 days, we've had 6.
Yeah.
So this is all organic growth. So these individuals are coming to us because they've heard about us. Our reach in the crypto world is fairly large. So whenever they hear that we're up to something new, people will come asking. So any referral partners out there that may want to reach out, I'm sure there'll be links in the video here. You can reach out and register as a referral partner, and then we can talk about the compensation that goes into if you bring a buyer into the network and we close a deal with that buyer, or if you bring a company on board. That's also a referral partnership that we can do.
Yeah.
If you happen to be brokering deals and you have a buyer and a seller, either one of those could go work out for you if you're potentially looking to broker a deal.
So there's a lot of opportunities for even people that aren't necessarily buying and selling to still get involved on the M&A side, right? And you mentioned a little bit earlier the investment pools and some of the fractionalized investments that are going to be possible. And we did a whole other video with Brad on that's already come out. And so you guys can go watch that video to learn a little bit more about the investment pools as well. Which is really cool. And that's more where the retail investors are going to get involved. But for guys that have some M&A background and want to be involved a little bit, come be a referral, bring in some investors, bring in some companies to sell, get a little bit on both sides of that. It really sounds pretty great.
Yeah, exactly. And we're happy to help with that process. Anybody that wants to reach out directly, we can walk them through the referral process. It's a pretty standard registration process. And then we get the ball rolling. We do all the M&A. We do the facilitation between the buyer and seller when it comes time to sit down and have a talk, do some negotiations. So we'll help with the whole process.
That's awesome. That's really great. And so, you mentioned a little bit earlier the deal flow on Telegram. That is actually an open Telegram group that anybody can get to. And so we'll have a link for that down in the description. So anybody can follow along with some of the deals there. And then some of the more accredited buyers that have gone through the buyer registration process can get access to see some different deals more in the target range of the type they're looking for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Brad, anything else or not Brad, sorry, Garrett, anything else you want to add for us today and make sure that we get out there to people?
Yeah, guys, we welcome all kinds. The whitelist is still open for anybody that wants to get in on sort of the inside sort of token raise. That is still open if anybody wants to register just for that side of it. We also can help with that. But yeah, just check out our deal flow, guys. Go check out the deals that are privately listed. If anybody wants any additional information, we're happy to share all the financial, that give you the big picture and let you make your own evaluation based upon on the work that we've done on the pre-due diligence side. So we're happy to help, anybody that wants to register as a buyer, seller, or a whitelist applicant. Just check us out.
Awesome. That's great. Well, Garrett, man, I appreciate you taking the time to do this today. It's been a lot of fun getting to hear a little bit more about the more technical M&A side of it, because so far a lot of what we've talked about is a little bit more consumer driven, for the retail investors there. So really great to get some insights to this. And guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we've got a lot of great interviews coming up with the team where we're going to dive into specific pieces of this entire project through these short little videos, and so really a lot to come and learn about. And this was another good one.
Hey, thanks, JC. I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Garrett, have a great day, man.
You too. Cheers.